Oh, you're so beautiful, Greta. And you must be so exhausted, and everyone expects.
I would like to congratulate Greta for her incredible achievement. Very few people would have managed to do this. We are very proud of you.
Oh. You should be proud, Greta.
I also congratulate the other passengers. And I would like to say a big thank you to the Principality of Monaco, without which this boat and the team would not exist. And thus we would not have been able to offer this trip.
Yeah. Applaud to you. And Caroline, you should be proud of your son.
We are extremely relieved that this has all worked out exactly as planned. We wish you, Greta, all the best for your upcoming journey through North and South America.
Wow. I bet you she's going in to meet indigenous people in the Amazon as well. They're praying.
Well, all of this is very overwhelming, and the ground is still shaking for me. But I want to thank everyone so much, everyone who is here, and everyone who is involved in this climate fight, because this is a fight across borders, across continents, and it's as you said, it is insane that a 16-year-old have to cross the Atlantic Ocean to make a stand and this of course is not something that I want everyone to do. The trip was very surprisingly good. I did not feel seasick once.
Wow.
So there was.
Wow, I'm so happy to hear that.
And I am very grateful for Team Malizia and everyone else who has been making this trip possible. And of course for everyone else, every activist who fight daily to save the world, basically, but to keep the fossil fuels in the ground and to create a safe passage to... I'm sorry, my brain is not working correctly.
Wonderful, darling. Oh, we love you. Yeah, to make this possible. And no one can expect you to just hold a speech in this situation.
The climate and ecological crisis is a global crisis, and the biggest crisis humanity has ever faced. And if we don't manage to work together, to cooperate, and to work together despite our differences, then we will fail. So we need to stand together and support each other and to take action, because otherwise it might be too late. So let's not wait any longer, let's do it now.
Oh, yes. Well said. And also for everyone to, it's everyone's responsibility. Well done, Greta, to hold a speech after 2 weeks on the ocean. I'm so impressed. Wow.
Okay, so we've got time for some questions. So if you could state who your question's for, and we will start. So, okay, gentlemen at the back there.
I wish you hadn't had to do this now. You should go home, go to a place where you feel home and rest.
Right now I'm going to first finish this press conference and then go back to the boat and get my stuff, and then I'm going to rest. And then on this Friday I'm going to join the school striking young people outside the UN, which they have been doing for every Friday now for more than half a year.
Oh, wow. And that's thanks to you, Greta.
Yes, even on a sailboat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, I heard about the forest in the Amazon rainforest. The fires in the Amazon rainforest. So that's, yeah. And it is, of course, it's devastating, and it's so horrible. It's hard to imagine. We need to. This is a clear sign that we need to stop destroying nature, and our war against nature must end. And the Amazon is such a key to addressing the climate crisis and the ecological crisis. So that is incredibly important. We cannot understand how important it is. So, yeah.
It's a real wake-up call. The indigenous people say it's a wake-up call, and it shouldn't be aggressive response to it.
It's strange. Everyone always asks me about Donald Trump. But, my message for him is just listen to the science, and he obviously doesn't do that. So, as I always say to this question, if no one has been able to convince him about the climate crisis, the urgency, then why should I be able to do that? So I'm just going to now focus on spreading awareness, and that people in general will start caring and realize how big of a crisis this is.
There is a prayer 11+5 British time every day now for 5 minutes for the rainforest to create rain. But I think that's important to say. That is a prayer. 11+5 British time, which will...
Of course, oil and gas has its ups and downs, and we need to sort of realize the consequences from a bigger perspective of what it actually does when we use it the way we use it today. And I'm pretty sure windmills doesn't cause cancer. So.
Oh, you're so sweet. Yes, no, you're right.
And was the second question my message to all the activists, to just keep going. And I know it may seem impossible and hopeless sometimes, but it always does. So you just have to continue, because if you try hard enough and long enough, you will make a difference. And if enough people stand together, fight for the right thing, then anything can happen. So.
Even Dalai Lama says that, you know? Yeah. Good. You're a master, girl. So it's an Indian leader in Amazon wants us to pray the whole world every day.
Of course, it's a huge focus on me as an individual, and maybe in a way that takes away from the focus from the actual problem. And so,
no, it doesn't.
Of course, I wished this was more not focused on me, but more as a whole. And but there's not much I can do about that. If what I'm doing can make a difference, and if it can create attention for the climate crisis, then I'm going to use that opportunity to try to change things.
Good decision. Yeah.
Sorry, maybe down here in the blue shirt. Sorry, yeah.
We can't hear the questions, but we hear your answers, so we understand them.
Indeed. to relax for some days now, and I won't really celebrate this trip or anything. I will just be as normal because that is what I enjoy the most.
Oh.
To not do anything and to go for walks and eat fresh food, not freeze dried, and to be dry and to clean myself.
Yeah. Have a good shower, love, and a bath. Yeah. And that prayer.
I am definitely coming to Chile, as it looks now, and I'm going to try to get there, of course, without flying. So there will be a lot of trains, buses, and probably even sailing as
Look,
well.
she's on television now.
I will figure that out as time goes by. And from COP25, I expect. I mean, that must be some kind of breaking point. This United Nations Climate Action Summit in September now, and the COP25, these two have to be a tipping point.
They are alive.
And I hope it will be, because it must. And I and many people with me
You
are
see it
going
on
to try to do
television,
everything
right?
we
tagging
can
you
to
into
make sure that
Barack
the world
Obama
leaders
now.
have all eyes on them during these conferences,
They
are
so that they
sending live.
cannot
I know
continue
it's
to
So
Sky.
switch. Close your
No, I want
battery.
Dolly, no, I'm filming this. This is very important.
Sorry. You need to watch what you're doing, Ellen.
Yeah.
I was how old I were when I first started to become a climate activist, or I first heard about, found out about this issue when I was maybe 7, 8, or 9 years old,
Wow.
and then I realized that this is actually very bad, and I started to read about it more and more, and when I became maybe 11,
Read, guys.
I
Not a
became
lot of you do
depressed,
that.
and the climate crisis was a huge cause of that, and because I just felt that everything is hopeless and there's nothing we can do and no one is doing anything, but then I sort of got out of that depression by promising myself that I'm going to do everything I can to change things, and that is what I tried to do, and I started to go to marches and demonstrations and to join organizations and things like that, but I still thought things were too slow, that nothing was really changing, so I was desperate in a way, tried to do something, just anything, and then this idea of school striking came up, and then I thought, yeah, I might just as well try that and see if it works, and if it
Well
doesn't,
done. And
then I
it
will try
worked.
something else, and then I did it, and then it became huge very quickly.
I'm amazed that you handled this so well, my darling. So 4 GMT, which
She
is
must be so
prayer
thirsty.
for 5 minutes, and for rain in the rainforest.
I mean, what I say to all leaders is that we have to take responsibility and see the bigger picture, and
Wow.
and of
Finds
course
the word.
different countries have different different
Ways.
ways, or they are depending on different things, and that of course we need to take into account that, and of course the aspect of equity, which is stated throughout the Paris Agreement, we also need to take into account that different countries are on different developing levels, and we need to make sure that everyone gets a just transition, because, and that's why, yeah, and yeah, I guess.
So New York hasn't got a good broadband, no? I mean, Wi-Fi. So then for 5 minutes every day, Indian chefs in the Amazonas want us to pray for rain globally. So if we're 1 billion,
And
We
you
might
said it
have
about
it.
100 times now.
yes, okay. So have I said it enough then?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Oh.
I'm going to put it on your page anyway. In a great time.
I mean, yes, burning fossil fuels, and that of course creates more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere and increases the percentage of several greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, and so yeah, that is true. Maybe, and of course, that combined with deforestation and destruction of natural habitats, of course, they are not a good combination because. So yeah. Thanks.
For one more question. Okay, yeah.
I think they should let you be now, darling. Enough. Just tell them listen.
The thing I'm going to miss the most is to be disconnected from everything and everyone. To not have contact with anyone, and to just not have anything you have to do, and to just literally sit for hours and just stare at the ocean, not doing anything. That was great, and I'm going to miss that a lot. And of course, to be in this
Darling, I'm
wilderness,
filming
the ocean,
now.
and
She
see
needs
the
a little bit more
beauty
food.
of it, and that I'm also going to miss. Peace and quiet.
Yeah, darling, that was a good experience. Well said. Now I think someone needs to take the command so you can rest, darling. Enough. Enough. Enough already. Well done,
Cool.
Greta.
So I think that is the end of the press conference. But we wanted to thank everyone for coming. We will be going back down to the boat now, and the PA and everything's going to be off. So thank you all very much, and well done, Greta.
Well done, Greta. Well done, Greta. Yeah.